You're listening to localwebradio.fm. Community-minded, locally focused.
Are you a hardworking business owner striving for success online? There is help. Welcome to the School of Internet Marketing podcast, featuring candid conversations and inspiring stories of online success. Now here's your host.
Hello, this is your host, Nick Jaworski, and I hope that everybody is having a wonderful day, because today we're talking with James Martell, founder of the School of Internet Marketing and VP of Product Development for Jam Media. Today's topic, claiming your business listings, a simple strategy to increase rankings and traffic. Now, before James joins us, just a reminder that if you have questions or require any assistance, you can reach James's team at Jam Media and the School of Internet Marketing at 604-542-0747 and on Facebook at facebook.com/GoGreatMinds. James Martell has taught tens of thousands of business owners how to effectively market their businesses online through his ebooks, courses, live trainings and webinars, podcasts, and speaking engagements. James, welcome back.
Hey, Nick. Good to be back.
All right, so we're talking about claiming your business listing, and just what does that mean?
We talked in the last episode about the citations and the directories, the Yelps of the world, the Foursquares, the Angie's lists, all of these directories. Of course, we talked about how important it is to have your NAP, your name, address, and phone number, to be correct within these systems. Now, when you're doing that, and while you're out having a look around at the various directories, you're probably seeing little questions such as, is this your business? Mm-hmm. Or it may say something like, claim your listing. And that's what we're talking about today, is what that means and why you should go ahead and claim the listing.
You know, on my end, when I've run across that on the web, there's been a little thing in the back of my head that it at times felt like that it may have been a scam, that they were going to ask me to claim my listing and then charge me for it, and then it really wasn't worth it.
Sure, a scam, or either is this a sneaky, clever way for them to try to get my email address, and then are they going to spam me to death, or what really is going on here? What's the ulterior motive behind these people that are asking for me to so-called claim the listing? And I guess at times it can be a scam, but we're talking about the legitimate directories, the ones that you will find. We also talked about brightlocal360.com. The directories that you'll find in there, the WebMDs of the world, the lawyers.com, the highly reputable directories. So yes, there's probably some scammy ones out there, and if you come across it and it's not feeling right, probably get away from it. But the ones that we're talking about are going to be pretty obvious as to that they're reputable.
Now, what are the big sites that you might have to claim your listing on?
That's a good question. So if you're out there looking around, you come across like Superpages or yellowpages.com in the US or yellowpages.ca in Canada. You'll find this on Yelp. You'll find this on Foursquare. And a lot of the really, really large ones will do this. And their hope is, of course, is that you will go ahead and claim the listing. And there's some big benefits for you to do so. If you go ahead and we'll talk about how to claim the listing shortly, but if you go ahead and claim the listing, you can actually take control of that page, where you will get your own username, your own passcode, and then you can log in, and then you can add more content to it. And so if you've got photos of the business, you can upload photos in a lot of cases. If you've got videos, YouTube videos, you can upload videos. If you've got a nice business description, you can include that. Your office hours, or the hours you're open if you're a retail shop. You can list payment methods, parking, all kinds of things that you could just really help to take that page and really, really fill it in. And it's worthwhile, because as we opened up the show, or as you open up the show, to increase rankings and traffic, a lot of these directory listings are on pages that really include name, address, and phone number, maybe a link to the website, and that's it. So they don't really have a good opportunity to rank. if you go to the extra step and really take the time to fill out the form when you log into the back, the back end of the system there, and you go through all the fields and you fill in the business description, all of that information, then those pages really have a good opportunity to rank highly in the results.
So on a site like Yelp, before I claim my page, basically the image of my business is up to whoever's ranking it and uploading pictures themselves, right? Isn't that how it works?
In some cases, but they have that locked down pretty well. This is where once you get into the claiming of the listing, there's a verification process that you have to go through as the business owner. So before they give somebody control over that page, first of all, if it has to be somebody from the company, the business owner, because the way you actually verify the listing is one of three ways, I guess. Number one, you can click on a link and they will send an email to the business address they have on file for your website address. So if your website address is abc.com, it's going to send it out to, whatever email address they have, john@abc123.com. They won't send it to a Gmail address. You have to have control of the site. Or in the case of Google, when you're claiming a Google listing, they may send you a postcard in the mail. And in the postcard, there'll be a little 4-digit code. You log into the back end of your account, you enter the 4-digit code, and now you've claimed the listing. Or in some cases, a lot of these directories will phone you. You'll click on the button because they've already got the business name, address, and phone number listed. They will call the number that's listed there. You push the button, within seconds, the phone will ring. This is Yelp. This is an automated system. Your verification code is 123456. You enter that and it rings only at the business. So you enter in that number, and now you'll be transferred to a page that says, congratulations, you have successfully claimed your listing, and now you've got access to all the features within the back end of Yelp.
All right, perfect. Now, I don't know anything, but do you have to pay to claim a listing?
That's a good question, and the answer is yes and no. In some cases, depending on the directory, it'll be free 100% of the time. Other times, they'll give you added features when you claim the listing, but there will be other features that you could upgrade into if you want to add, for example, more videos, more photos. They may have an upgrade charge for that. If you're into some of the larger, more focused trade directories such as lawyers.com or WebMD, in some cases, all of those directories you have to pay in all cases to get into them. But depending on your business, sometimes it's worth it. It gives you the link, but again, and keep in mind, these directories in a lot of cases are highly trafficked. So any of the above. It could be free. It could be free with a slight upgrade for to give you additional features. So just have a look at whatever directory you're in, and it's usually pretty straightforward.
All right, well, we have to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll be talking about any prep work that you might have to undertake before you actually claim your listing. Important stuff. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Shopping for the lowest mortgage rate? Looking to refinance? Catch the Mortgage Newscast with Jared Dreyer on the Business Channel on localwebradio.fm.
Take control of your financial future with sound investing with Byron Stryloff, Senior Investment Advisor and Chartered Financial Planner with over 30 years of experience on the Business Channel on localwebradio.fm.
Buying or selling a home on the Semiahmoo Peninsula? Catch up on local market conditions on This Week in Real Estate with Lance and Connie Marples from Sutton West Coast Realty on localwebradio.fm.
All right, I am back, and I'm still here with James Martell, and we are talking about claiming your listings online. Now, James, is there any prep work that you should probably do before you begin the process of claiming your listings?
Yes, definitely. And you'll find, and the reason I'd like to get into this is because if you go ahead and start claiming your listings, and then you've got these forms to fill out for your business description and photos and videos, and you don't have them handy, then there's probably first of all, it'll be more work because you're not prepared. Secondly, there's a likelihood that it may not get done just because you don't get back to it. So let's do a little prep work up front. And there's some advantages to this as well. When we use some of the more advanced tools for checking rankings and listings and competition, you could tell a lot about your competitors, and unfortunately, Bright Local doesn't have this readily handy, although there are reports in here that you can run. Mm-hmm. But just to give you an idea, when you run a report on the competitors, they're going to look at how many listings have been claimed as well. But they also look at how many photos have been uploaded, how many videos have been uploaded, how good is the business description. In other words, how nice of a job, how good of a job has been done to actually fill in this information. And there's also some very strong SEO benefits to making sure that you do this properly as well, because they all give you a nice little area for you to fill in your business description. And this is where you want to slow it down. You want to take your time, get away from your computer, or if you need to do a little keyword work, do so. But most business owners have a pretty good idea of the types of keyword phrases people are looking or using when they're searching for the business. Or you might want to employ a tool like Keyword or longtailprofessional.com. So you sit down, and I'll give you an example of this. We're doing some work for a funeral home down in Vancouver. Very well-written website. No keywords in it at all, hardly at all. Went through it, ran a little keyword report, came up with the 15 or 20 different words that should be on a page. Simple words like funeral home, services, chapel, crematorium services. So you get a little list of these words, because when you write the business listing or you write the business description for the directory listing, you want to make sure you're including 15 or 20 of the keywords that matter most to you, because Google ranks keywords, and if there's no keywords on the page, you're less likely to rank. So just take some time and do a little research. I'm a big fan of common sense keywords. I mean, you don't need a keyword tool in most cases to figure out the top 10 or 15 keyword phrases that people are searching for in your business. So figure those out. Make sure you include them in the business descriptions, because, again, these are highly reputable, valued sites, trusted sites, important sites in the eyes of Google. Yellow Pages, Super Pages, Angie's List, Lawyers.com. They know these sites. You take the time to properly fill out that page, there's a very good likelihood that that page could rank for a couple dozen keyword phrases that are important to your business. So it's just take the time to gather up the videos, gather up the photos, develop a really nice, plump little descriptive, business description for you, and then go about taking the time to claim that listing.
Now, we're almost out of time, but are there any sort of last-minute tips that you might have for making this process easy?
Yeah, that's important. Of course, business owners are extremely busy. This is one of those task items that could be passed off to normally somebody on your staff as well. Keep that in mind. If you want, of course, we've got the School of Internet Marketing. We've got a whole session on claiming directory listings within my daily traffic blueprint course. I highly recommend it. Walk you through this step by step. But do that. Get somebody else to do this if you're really busy. It's important that this gets done. It doesn't cost you anything to do this other than some time. And there's a huge value to it. You'll notice that your competitors, for the most part, probably haven't done this yet. You may be in an area where maybe they're a little more savvy than normal, but not typically. So this will give you a competitive advantage. And I'm a guy that likes to compete. And I think most entrepreneurs are. So this will give you a little bit of an edge. So you might as well get out ahead of the curve. And then just before doing it, again, preparatory work up front, get everything ready to go. Make sure you've got all the directories that you want to claim the listings on in a nice little list, and you can do this through the brightlocal360.com service, or you may have a manual list. Just sit down and do it all at once. Don't try not to spread it out over weeks or months. Just, spend an afternoon on it. You'll get probably most of it done. If you probably claim them all in a matter of a couple hours if you're organized. You want to do it from your business because you need to be near the phone, because that's the number that's going to ring for those who use telephone verification. Right. And then, just, have fun with it. Roll up your sleeves. Do a great job. And you'll be happy you did.
Okay, well, James, I can see that we are out of time. And if you know someone who could benefit from the information that we have talked about today, you should go ahead and share this with them. I am sure they'll thank you for it. And if you are the do-it-yourselfer type or have someone on staff who you can task with this job, maybe you should send them to James Martell's step-by-step video course entitled The Daily Traffic Blueprint, and you can find that at theschoolofinternetmarketing.com. Or if you would just prefer that someone else take care of it for you, you can give James's team a call at 604-542-0747. Of course, thanks for talking to me, James. I'll talk to you next time.
You bet, Nick. Thanks so much.
Thank you for listening. To learn more about the School of Internet Marketing and to get access to all exclusive courses and interviews, visit theschoolofinternetmarketing.com. That's www.theschoolofinternetmarketing.com.
Local stories, local voices. We're localwebradio.fm.